In this video, we are going to analyze resources for each activity. First, we will check per day how much quantity is required to achieve. We will take total quantity and we will divide it from the duration. So we can get per day quantity. We will drag it down. So you can check for each activity per day requirement is here. Suppose we have total steel quantity is 4521. We divide 4521 from duration 3, so per day we need 1507 daily productivity for the steel binding. So we will check to complete per day quantity how much resources per day is required. It is doubling here. So surveyor, we need 1 day 1 hour 1 surveyor, so it will be 1 hour. Next we have excavation. For the excavation we need excavator. So for the excavator we will check per hour requirement. So I will take 1 hour 20 or 30 meter cube one excavator can do in 1 hour. Our total quantity per day is required 6, so I will divide 6 from suppose 10 meter cube in 1 hour and multiplied by divide by 10. So it will take around 0.6 hour to complete this activity. Leveling and compaction, it will be done by roller. For that we will put here roller. One roller suppose will cover the area in 1 hour 50 square meter, so we will divide per day productivity from 50. So it will take 0.24 hour to complete this quantity. Steel binding for footing. Steel binding for footing we need 1500 kg per day. For this we need steel fixer. So one steel fixer can bind the steel in 1 hour almost 40 kg. So we will divide it from 40. So we need 37 hours to complete the 1507 kg steel. So one mason will do 40 kg. We need 37 hours to complete it. We will multiply this activity from 8 hours. 1 day one mason will do 8-hour work. Then we will multiply it from total duration, which is 3. So it will give us total man hours for 3 days to complete this activity. So it will be 904 hours per day total is required to complete this activity. 904 steel fixer hours is required to complete this activity. Next, we have installation of shuttering for footing. We need carpenter for this. One carpenter will do 12 square meter per day, so I will put 12, then I will multiply by 8. You cannot multiply by 8 because I think one carpenter is enough to complete this activity in one day. So 12 square meter in one day, in 8 hours, one carpenter can do. So I am putting here 1.2 square meter per hour. Then I will multiply 8 hours for a day. So total requirement is 50 hours to complete this activity. Or we can say per day one carpenter will do 12 square meter, then we will multiply it from 2, so we can get total hours. Then we can multiply it by 8. So 10 hours total is required to complete this activity. Concrete pouring, we need for this mason, we will multiply this. Suppose one mason will do in 1 hour 10 meter cube concrete, so we will divide per day 14.4 divided by 10 meter cube. Total hours we can get 1.44 mason is required. So we will multiply it by 8 hours. So total requirement is 11.5 hours to pour the concrete. Next activity is removal of shuttering. In order to remove the shuttering, we need carpenter. One carpenter will remove, suppose 15 square meter in one day, and duty hour will be 8. So one carpenter will be enough for 8 hours. So we will divide it from 15, then we will multiply it from 8. So we can get total number of man hours for this activity, and we will multiply it from the duration. So we need total 8 hours to complete this activity. Installation of shuttering and pouring for steel binding for column. We need for this steel fixer. So we will copy from here, or directly we can give formula. One steel fixer will do suppose 300 kg, and we will multiply it by 8 and multiply by duration. So we need 12.8 hours totally complete this activity. Next we have installation of shuttering and pouring concrete for column. It is lump sum, so directly I want to put it here the labor like 25 hours. Backfilling, we need for this shovel or backhoe loader. One shovel can do in one day, suppose 25 meter cube. So we will divide total quantity divided by 25 multiplied by duration. So total hours is 0.16 hours for the show. For the grade beam we assume it's required 120 hours. Suppose steel binding for the columns we will copy from here and we will paste it for the steel binding for column. So we can get the numbers of steel fixers and man hours for steel fixers by copying this activity to here. Automatically it will become. Next activity we have installation of shuttering for column. We will copy the activity from here for the carpenter and we will put next to the installation of shuttering for column and paste it here. Automatically you can see its man hour is mentioned. 16 hours is required to install the shuttering for column, and for the rate we can change it to 9 square meter because of the height, so it can give us accurate hours. Pouring concrete for column also it's depend on the activity. Foundation is required less unit rate than column, so for the column we will copy mason from here and we will paste here. For the mason, suppose one mason for the column can do 7 cubic meter per hour, so it will give us actual hours 10.2 hours is required pouring concrete for the column. Next is removal shuttering from column. We can copy from removal of shuttering for the carpenter from here and we can paste it here. 13 hours is required to complete it in one day. If as per site condition duration is not possible to achieve the duration, so you can decrease or increase the duration. If you will increase the duration, so number of hours automatically will change. I will put here 4, so you can see per day requirement will be changed but man hours will be the same. If you will convert it in man days, so it can be changed automatically. If we want to do it in 2 days, so we can check here per day requirement will be changed and man hours will be the remain same. Scaffolding for slab, we can assume we required 55 hours of labor to remove the scaffolding or to install the scaffolding. Suppose we need for labor for 8 hours and The duration I will put 2 days. I will multiply it by 2, then it will give us 64 hours is required in 2 days to complete the scaffolding. Steel binding for slab and beam. We need a steel fixer for this. We can check the rate for steel binding installation per steel fixer. We will copy and paste. Suppose for the roof, one steel fixer will do 250, so we will change it to 250. It's required 50 hours to complete it. Pouring concrete for the slab and beam, we need it for the mason. We will copy and paste. Next we have scaffolding removal. We will copy and paste. Next we have block work. We need mason for this. One mason suppose will do 15 square meter block in 1 hour. In 1 day we will multiply it by 8, then we will multiply it by total duration. It will give us accurate man hours. 90 man hours is required to complete this activity in 3 days. Next we have plaster. We need the mason for this also. We will copy and paste. Plaster we can say 12 square meter. We will do one mason. We will divide. We need 4 hours to complete this activity, this quantity, only 4 hours, because the quantity is very less. Paint work we can copy and paste. For the paint work we can say 10 square meter one painter will do, so we will put it in the paint. This one divided by 10 square meter multiplied by 8 hours multiplied by duration. So 4.8 hours is required for the painter to complete this painting work. Slab on grade. We need mason for this. It is in the, I think, meter cube also, and it's showing huge quantity. Per day we need 37.5 meter cube to complete in 2 days. One mason will cover suppose 20 square meter area in 1 day. We will put 20 multiplied by 8 multiplied by total duration. It needs 30 hours to complete this activity. Skirting, suppose one mason can do 12 meter per day multiplied by 8 multiplied by total duration 4. We need 8 hours to complete this quantity. Doors and windows, we need suppose installation team for this, the labor. To complete in 5 days 15 doors, we need 3 doors per day, and 3 people team or 4 people team, we will put 1 door, 3 doors they can complete in 1 day. So we will multiply 3 multiplied by 8 multiplied by total duration. 120 hours is required to complete this. 3 labor we need for 8 hours and for 5 days. So it gives us the real number. Snag list you can put also same procedure. So this is our resource analysis is completed for each activity. In the next video we will talk about how to put these resources to the Primavera P6. Thank you.